Welcome to News Jersey, the show that's no one's favorite but must go on. If you're unfamiliar with the format, I go to the right, which we're at right now with New Jersey Globe, and then I go to the left, which we'll get to with Insider New Jersey. We look at all the news that's taken place at the state level and come to the conclusion, every show, without fail, that, both sides suck. Either ways, let's get into this. Curry will name Jones as Democratic Redistricting Chairman with Alvindia Avalinda as Executive Director. Now, this here is Curry, who I did a video on very recently. And in that video, I expressed how him and Jones last year were going to both be vying. There was supposed to be a race between him and Jones for the state chair. After the whole Murphy thing went through, Jones and Curry sat down, like two amicable brothers, and came to a conclusion that, Curry was going to keep the seat and Jones would get a few perks. And I can't help but feel like this is one of Jones's perks. Curry will name Jones, Sweeney, Taffet, Cirillo, and Testa to be formally appointed today, with Sarlo aide as a top staffer. Isn't Testa Republican? Democratic State Chairman John Curry will announce later today that Leroy Jones Jr. will serve as his party's chairman for the New Jersey Legislative Reappointment Commission, with Sally Avalinda as the executive director. Curry will name Jones, Senate President Steve Sweeney, Middlesex County Democratic Insider Gary Taffet, West New York Commissioner Cosmo Cirillo, and Fairview Borough Administrator Diane Testa. Oh, okay, I thought it was Mike Testa, as the 5 voting Democratic commissioners, as first reported by the New Jersey Globe on Friday. Chris Ellert, who serves as Chief of Staff to Senate Budget and Appropriations Committee Chairman Paul Sarlo, and as the Woodbridge Borough Administrator, will serve on the commission's Democratic staff. Keith Furlong, one of Curry's top political advisors, is also expected to play a role for Democrats in drawing new legislative districts. So, the what they're doing, and every state does this. If you live in the U.S., this is going down with your state as well. Both the Democrats and the Republicans, they redraw the lines. They figure out who and what and where and why they want. They want to put certain sections, because it's like a game of chess in many ways. They can get the people in that they want. They can get the people out that they want. And so it's a little bonkers. Let's stay with Globe for a second here. Caba, will advance to Perth Amboy mayor runoff. All right, well, congratulations, Perth Amboy. Best of luck to you guys. 3 Atlantic County freeholder races, still too close to call. Atlantic County, home of my man, what's his name, Monty Smalls. The one's like, yeah, man, you gotta come to Atlantic City to get weed. Okay, guy. Malowinski campaign sues 5 counties for list of rejected naked ballots. Yeah, so that fun's still going on. Democrats declare victory in Morris Township. Statement of Darcy Drager. I don't know who you are. A statement of Rupande Meta. Cook political county. Okay, Malowinski now lead now. Okay, sure. I was waiting racial impact study on. This is always some stupid ass impact study. Come on, Rice. Like, stop with the impact studies. It's your district, dude. You should know how the entire drug war, not just cannabis, screwed us over. But whatevs. We'll get to that, because some people aren't too happy with the whole redistricting thing. I just want to go down the list. Read it on out at your own leisure. I was hoping to find what Ciattarelli did, because I previously did a video on there's the same one where I was talking about Curry, where they're like, oh yeah, you need to come out and say how Trump lost the election and everything else like that. And you know who folded? Ciattarelli folded. So dude, nah, fam. You just, as far as I'm concerned, you just murdered your chance to become governor. Nah, screw that noise. If we're going to have a red teamer, man, be a red teamer for real. Don't sit there and just buy into that entire, that narrative that they've been pushing. The narrative isn't the reality. So let's get into now we're over here on Insider New Jersey. Rice, hold on, because like I said, people are really butthurt about the redistricting, namely Rice, because one of the foregoing, they're saying either Rice or Nia Gill will be like, districted out. They'll, do what they can to put the squeeze on them. And so, hold on, let's see what my state rep has to say. Rice denounces Democratic Party leadership for Trump mentality. So this man, it's like he's drenched in the sauce, right? Like, oh, that Trump mentality. Like, yo, the TDS is so real. It's way too real. State Senator Ron L. Rice, chair of the Legislative Black Caucus and the most senior African-American leader in the state of New Jersey, decried the absence of an African-American woman on the Democratic Party's proposed legislative redistricting commission. Leroy Jones is there. So, I mean, why does it need to be a chick? I love the dude. I love Senator Rice. I think he's a good dude. I just believe we come at things from different perspectives, and your perspective is far more feminine and just filled with circular logic. Like, you've been in this position for as long as I've been alive, sir. And in that time, I've personally witnessed the dismantling of the district that you represent, with almost not a word outside of the only thing I know he stood up against was the charter school thing. But besides that, it's like you've played directly into the same hands that have created the deterioration and a lot of the statistical issues that we have in our communities. All right. We're wrestling with the Trump mentality, Rice told Insider New Jersey. We think change is going to come, but it's going to take more. Black Lives Matter is a Marxist organization. I added that in there. Is a statement, not just about blacks, but folks. You represented me my entire life, sir. Like, at the state level, you represented me my entire life, and this is what New Jersey leadership doesn't understand is the historic aspect of Kamala Harris becoming I don't think I'm going to be able to make it out of this damn article. I think this is it. I don't think there's anything else to talk about, because what the fuck are you talking about? She's not African American. She really, she isn't. And it's like all the lies, all the bullshit that the media really rams down the throat of quote unquote Black America. Where do you think that they initiate this stuff at? It's at this level where it's like, oh yeah, Kamala Harris she's the first African American and woman vice president, added Rice. Jesus Christ, dude. Once again, we still got a court situation that's playing out as we speak. So, take it. I personally would take it easy, just relax. I wouldn't sit here and just jump the gun on it. But hey, that's the thing about having, henchmen, right? Because in urban America in particular, the Democratic Party, like the mayors, the state reps, the entire plantation, if you will, they're all just henchmen. So you can't really expect that. You really shouldn't expect that much out of them. And it's like just the saddest thing in the world to see. We see this happening nationally, and yet with all the conversations that have occurred, it just seems that New Jersey's leadership doesn't get it. Our votes are good, but everything else is patronizing. Rice said Black elected officials and civil rights leaders will need to get more intensely meant engaged on the subject of reappointment. As it is, we have a problem with the way we do things, the senator said, and how people want to do things. The Black and Latino need to step up efforts and need to address the fairness of this redistricting process. We need now to come together around how we're going to monitor it. And two, next year is an election next year. Okay, ow. And maybe this should be part of the election. Happy that Essex County Democratic Committee Chairman Leroy Jones at the time occupies a seat, Rice said this was the first he had heard the names on the commission and said he hadn't heard of some of them. New Jersey gets good support from African Americans and Latino, but we don't get acknowledged for our deeds, he said. That's not the party as a whole, but the leadership. And no, it's the party. Okay, first and foremost, it's just pandering bullshit. Damn it, Senator Rice, I love you, guy, but it's all pandering bullshit. They've been lying to us this entire time. They've created the exact same environments in which we denounce and we detest and we sit there and say, oh my goodness, we need all these different programs for the kids and shit like that, are the same ones that, policies that you yourself have championed, have lent itself to, have created. But here we are, where it's like, oh no, well now, it just blows my mind, doesn't it? Like, I don't know if it blows yours the way it does mine. If it does, back of the throat. But but it really blows my mind that the same people who have benefited. I mean, make no mistake, this is not a poor man. A state government position does not pay pennies. All right, so this is not a guy in a poorhouse of which we're speaking. Like, so you've taken your trinkets, sir. Congratulations. But now you're sitting here crying and complaining. Even, like, I did a video where you was sitting there bucking at Ciattarelli, like, yo, you was about to fight and Troy Singleton had to pull you away. My guy, you've been there for as long as I've been alive, and if you're still feeling like you're not heard, and you're still feeling like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're still feeling the same way you did when you got in, then my guy, then you wasted all this time. Straight up and down. Love you, but that's just the truth of the matter. Anyways, guys, this video is run long enough. With that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff, if you like to toss it, like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of yourself. If you enjoy my fantastic voice and want to get videos like this every single day, share, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and Bitchute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications. Get something from Teespring. Check me out on Patreon as well. Links in the description. And speak. Let me know. What do you guys think? Pardon me. Let me know. What do you guys think in the comments? Yeah, Jersey's a little bonkers right now. One of the main, hold on, because another complaint that they've had is how, come on, Sumter, where you at? Shavonda Sumter. Yeah, Sumter calls Dem's proposal a failure. And the reason she does is because, oh my goodness, we need women of color. The same reason that Rice did. It's like, oh, we need all the representation. It's like, yo, there's a chick on there, there's a black dude on there, compensated enough. My whole thing is, and Murphy's people were shut out of this one as well. And that's what I really appreciate. Like, you know what? Nah, because Murphy's not getting reelected next year. Regardless. Like, after all of this shit with the lockdowns and everything else like that, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets primaried. But, like, the Republican ticket is more than likely gonna pull it off next year here in the state, which is why I also made sure to call out Ciattarelli as he's a no-go, because he sat here and bent to the Democratic Party Party's whims, which is bullshit. But either ways, guys, let me know what you think in the comments, all right? And until the next one.